Hello and welcome to Tub Talk with me, Emerald. First, I just want to say that today's date is April 20th, 2017. It is 4:20, and for that reason, I am drinking this lovely Sweetwater 420, homebrewed in Atlanta, Georgia. And I have a song that I would like to sing to you all. I can blow on it. What I'm going to sing is the song by Gucci Mane, not Mane, but Man, featuring Drizzy Drake. And it goes a little something like this. I don't usually do this unless and I'm both right now that we talk about my life. I don't usually do this unless and I'm both. Yeah, I'm both. Okay, if you know what that means, you know what that means. If you don't, sorry. Okay, enough of me being silly and ridiculous tonight. It's gonna be fun on Tub Talk. Let's get into the pouring the tea, the lemonade, the beer, and other drinks. It's got a lot of stuff to talk about. So first, I want to give a shout out to Janet Jackson, Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. Janet Jackson has filed for divorce from her husband. And apparently she signed a prenup that guaranteed her $5 million if she stayed in the marriage. Or excuse me, $500 million if she stayed in the marriage for 5 years. Well, Miss Jackson decided to file for divorce at 5 years and 2 months. Which is hilarious to me. And also baller as hell. So big up to Janet Jackson and her cute little baby. Y'all been listening to Kendrick's album? Because it's good as hell. Favorite songs right now: DNA, Triple X, and Duckworth. They so good. If you haven't been listening to them, listen to them. I'm going to let Kendrick slide with everything that people giving him shit about because this album is so good. His voice in this generation is so important, and I don't know where he came from. Like, we needed him, and so I'm so glad that, like, he's doing what he's doing. So, shout out to Kendrick Lamar. Another big shout out to Serena Williams, who won the Australian Open, which is fantastic. It was even more fantastic is the bitch did it while she was pregnant. That's right. She announced that she was 20 weeks pregnant after she had won the Australian Open. So, all I'm saying is, you could say Michael Phelps, Michael Jordan, Muhammad Ali, who the fuck ever is the greatest athlete of all time. But until they won a championship while pregnant, they ain't got nothing on her. Ain't nobody got nothing on her. Because you can say, he won 28 gold medals. Did he win a championship pregnant? No? Then what else is there to say? So, Serena is that beast and we love her. Let's get to a little bit of bullshit. Bill O'Reilly got fired from Fox News. And people want to say he got fired because of, like, all of the women that came out against him sexually assaulting him. But let's be honest, he really got fired because Fox was losing endorsement money and the general public found out about something they weren't supposed to find out about. And so I'm not applauding Fox for that because they didn't want to do it, but they was losing money, so they had to do it. Fuck you, Bill O'Reilly. You've been spewing hate and bullshit for however long, and so I'm glad you don't have a platform right now. You know who else doesn't have a fucking platform? Tommy Lauren, you know that blonde bitch that's always talking about bullshit and people and doing stuff and whatever. Well, y'all know she got fired from The Blaze, which Beck is, like, as a part of. She sued him. Now he's countersuing her, and I just think about her, and I think about Beck and Bill O'Reilly, and I think about how fucking conservative media is imploding on itself, and I'm so excited because they just spew a bunch of hate and ignorance and intolerance, and I'm so glad to see them take themselves down. Like, we didn't even have to do it. They're so selfish and self-righteous that they're doing it on their own, so I'll drink to that shit. Again, Sweetwater 420 from Atlanta. Why the fuck is Atlanta falling apart right now? I-85 northbound got burnt down, fucking collapsed. Then the southbound bridge had structural questions about its structural integrity, so that's also closed down. Fucking I-20 is bubbling up from hell. People can't ride over it. Like, Atlanta, What is happening? Get it together. You have to keep making me this delicious sewer water that I love so dearly because it reminds me of home. Your roads need to be working. Like, for real. Get it together. Is Kasim still the mayor there? Get it together, Kasim. I asked my husband if Kasim was still the mayor there, and he's doing this in the background. Okay, I'm gonna move on to our top story. Had a couple other things, but they're not really that important. Top story and social justice or bust tonight are about Black women. As you can see, I'm sporting my support for Black Girl Magic because we are magical and kissed by the sun, and it's wonderful. So there's this new movie coming out. It's a Showtime miniseries. It's called Gorilla, and it's starring Idris Elba, who we all know and fantasize about, and Frida Pinto, who is a Southwest Asian American actress, right? Southwest Asia, right? She's from Southwest Asia, but she's not American. No, she's just an Asian actress. My bad. She's not American. Southwest Asian. He's trying to sound like to me. Anyway, so they're in a show called Gorilla, and it was written and created by John Ridley. And it's about the Black Power Desk, which was a counterintelligence like force that really dedicated itself to crushing like the Black Power movement in the UK in the 1970s. And the whole movie minimizes Black women, and this is a movie, a miniseries about Black Power and the revolution. And so there was some flack that the cast and the writer and director were getting about it. And so John Ridley, he basically stepped in and said you don't have to highlight certain people to talk about racism or injustice. And the reason that he chose for Frida Pinto, who's a lovely woman of Southwest Asian descent, is because he himself is in a mixed race relationship. And he talks about how, like, doesn't matter what his wife looks like she's still an activist and a fighter. And just really kind of very tone deaf regarding the erasure of Black women in history. Like that's literally just erasing us from a narrative that's completely about Black women and men, right? It's about the Black Power movement in the UK. And you have erased us from that narrative, essentially. And no matter who you're married to, and I get that, but this isn't about your personal preference. This is about the facts of history and what that story tells. And Black women were at the forefront of it. And let's be honest, there would be no revolution. There would not have been a revolution then, and there would not be one now if it were not for Black women. So how fucking dare you try to erase us from the history? I feel like people are continuously trying to discount our contributions in this society and in this world, right? Like, how dare you? Do you think there would be a revolution if there wasn't for Black women back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s? The Black Lives Matters that was started here was started by 2 queer Black women. Okay, stop trying to erase our mark on this world. It really pisses me off. Like, this shit wouldn't be happening without us. Like, remember that we are magical. I don't care what your preference is. Do not downplay the history and the facts, homie. Alright? So, you can take a big L for that shit. Fucking jabroni. I'm like, let me drink. Because I want to celebrate Black women and highlight our magic. My final thought tonight is going to be about 2 amazing Black women and the shit that we do in this world. So first is going to be about Miss Beyonce Knowles, who just won a Peabody Award for Lemonade. And I want to read verbatim what it says. So it says, Lemonade draws from the prolific literary, musical, cinematic, and aesthetic sensibilities of Black culture producers to create a rich tapestry of poetic innovation. The audacity of its reach and fierceness of its vision challenges our cultural imagination while crafting a stunning and sublime masterpiece about the lives of women of color and the bonds of friendship seldom seen or heard in American popular culture. That's just a really long way of saying that bitch did her thing. She highlighted black women as we are continuously being erased in narratives. She highlighted our vulnerability. She highlighted our strength, our courage, our sadness, our pain. Things that we don't get to show our full humanity in, mainstream culture. She highlighted those things, and now she's won a Peabody Award for it. So, fuck you, John Ridley, and everybody else. So, thanks, Beyonce. And I know as soon as you go into labor, I know that's when the impeachment hearings will begin for 45, because I'm pretty sure, your babies are coming to slay him. So, I'm looking forward to that. So, thanks for always being one of our saviors. Another one of our saviors, as we talk about Black Girl Magic and the things that black women have contributed in this country. Today, as I mentioned, is April 20th, 2017. Well, on April 20th, 1853, that was the first run that Harriet Tubman made on the Underground Railroad. And y'all all know about that. And that's the first time that she started the journey in the dangerous lifestyle of helping to free hundreds of enslaved Africans in this country. So, April 20th, 1853, don't forget the date. When y'all are out there celebrating the holiday today, don't forget the contributions of that strong, magnanimous, and courageous black woman, because we keep getting erased from this shit. I'm done. I love y'all. It's been a good day today. It's been fun. And I'll be back in a couple of weeks with, I'm sure, some more bullshit to talk about. Remember, if you have questions, send them to tubtalkwithemra@gmail.com. Let me know your insights, and I love y'all all. Keep sipping. Yeah.